It can happen with women too, but it seems more common that it takes place with men. Dad makes a sexual comment or an inappropriate behavior toward you or his caregiver. He asks her to kiss him. He might ask her to lie down in bed with him. He might put his hand on her thigh or backside. Most of the time you're stunned. What is going on? This is not your dad. He was always a gentleman, a proper man. I've had a number of clients, daughters who are caring for their fathers, who have felt so upset about their dad's behavior. Their fathers were good men. They were correct and proper gentlemen. One was a university professor who had been an elder in his church. If you've experienced this, you've probably felt confusion, embarrassment, and you were upset. And for an inexperienced caregiver, it can be quite a turnoff. The first thing you must realize is that this is simply his disease. You know, there's a lot we don't know about dementia, but one thing we can say for sure is that people with dementia lose on the left and retain on the right. The left side of our brain is responsible for rules, logic, and fact-based decision-making. The right side of the brain is responsible for feelings and emotions. And as dementia advances, we lose our internal controls and those natural impulses come out. It's the same cognitive decline that causes someone with dementia to cuss and swear. Before dementia, they would never use foul language. And with dementia, they say things that make you blush. So all those rules we learned about how to behave and how to speak, how to be proper, they get thrown out the window. And we can't change our loved one. Thank you for watching The Caring Corner, where we cover dementia and all things caregiving. After my mom had Alzheimer's, I became fascinated with dementia care, and in 2014, the Alzheimer's Foundation of America named me the Dementia Care Professional of the Year in the United States. If you find this content helpful, I'd be grateful if you like and subscribe. Thank you. Now, as I was saying, we can't change our loved one, but we can change how we choose to react to his behaviors. And if you can, look at it on the lighter side. Dad's a guy, and he likes girls. It's as natural as the birds and the bees. Just because he's old doesn't mean that he stopped admiring the opposite sex. So his instinct comes from a good place. And in his mind, probably nothing is wrong. Possibly you or his caregiver remind him of his wife, so in his mind everything is 100% okay. Or possibly in his mind he's 20 years old again, so nothing seems wrong to him. Hopefully you can just laugh it off and say, Dad is just a harmless old fellow. Of course, that depends on how frisky he is and your own or your caregiver's personal situation. And I don't mean to make light of things that can cause discomfort. But since Dad is not going to change, try to set boundaries. Tell him that what he's proposing is inappropriate and simply is not allowed. You can always try to redirect to other things like going for a walk and having a snack or watching TV. Of course, the final solution is to change the caregiver. You can take yourself out of the equation, or you can get a different caregiver. It's possible that someone else won't trigger Dad's impulses in the same way. And experienced caregivers have been there before. They just don't take it seriously. Sometimes easier said than done, especially when it's your loved one. I hope that you too can learn to laugh it off. Caregiving brings plenty of stressors. This should not be one of them. What are your thoughts? How many of you have dealt with inappropriate behaviors with your loved one? If you have suggestions for our community on how to handle it, please add them in the comments section below. Thank you for watching, and God bless you in your caregiving journey.